Hey, I am TC, your girlfriend, not girlfriend, and the most honest F buddy you've never had. Today's topic: 4 myths about friends with benefits relationships that are just not true. Let's get into it. The first big one is emotions always ruin it. All right, that is not true. Emotions do not always ruin a friends with benefits relationship. People can be emotionally intertwined, like in an F buddy situation, and they can still end for other reasons. And I don't mean this as like, this is the anomaly case. That's one person at the end of the scatter point graph. I mean, like, for my first friends with benefits situation, we didn't end because someone got too emotionally involved or anything like that. We ended, or it dissolved, I guess you can say, because there was distance between us, and I had another friend with benefits that was present. They were doing their own thing, and there were other stressors in life that were drawing us further apart. So it wasn't any like emotions, and we're still best friends now. So yeah, that doesn't have to be the case. I think that happens to be the case when people are not open about their emotions and what they're feeling. So they're doing things like throwing subtle shade, or there's jealousy that's not really spoken about. And then it just causes arguments, and then those emotions cause them to part ways. The lesson here, guys, is communicate. Communicate. Be honest. Honestly communicate. The next one is, and this one I definitely refute. Friends with benefits means no emotional connection. No, stop it. Cut the shit. That is not the case at all. I speak a lot about emotions and the emotional connection that derives from healthy friend with benefits relationships. Yeah, that's just it. It's impossible. It's impossible. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in a friends with benefits relationship with a person that is not on some level emotionally connected to me. That's why I don't do booty calls. And that's why a booty call is a booty call, because it's different. Friends with benefits, or F buddies, share some type of emotional connection because you guys are friends. You are invested in each other in more ways than just the sex. So that whole like no strings attached, meaning no emotional strings attached, is bullshit. There's going to be some. The key is more about keeping those emotions in check and talking when things change or they become more difficult to keep in check. That's the key. It's not for them not to exist, period. The next one is that friends with benefits always gets messy or ends poorly. False. So let's just take my last friends with benefits situation, right? If that person didn't make the very poor decision to just up, hop, skip, and jump to this new relationship like that, and he made the transition more smooth, there wouldn't have been any problem. I mean, the whole thing, in knowing that he wanted a relationship ultimately, and he wanted, the house, the kids, and all of that kind of stuff, naturally, he's going to be with someone else because that's not what I'm willing to give. So cool. I'm not going to step in the way of that, or I don't want my friend to be without the things in life that will make them happy. So it would have been a very smooth transition if he was not the type of person that I feel acts more impulsively and just does things. At the end of the day, it was that in his character that caused our situation to end poorly, not the act itself. And I have examples. So my first friends with benefits, he got in and out of several relationships during the course of our friends with benefits. And when I say that, of course, things paused, or I wouldn't even say pause. We stopped when he entered into his relationships, and we went back to platonic vibes. Like, we just hung whenever we could. And most of the time, our hanging out consisted of whomever that significant other was, because now they're a part of his life. And that was it. There wasn't any like big argument, fallout. We couldn't be friends and nothing crazy like that. No. Cool. There was a transition period. He let me know when they started talking. He let me know how he was feeling throughout things as they got serious. And once it was time for things to change and that part of our relationship to be cut off, that was that. And I kept doing me. This last one is actually quite hilarious to me, but I get how people can think that. but only men stand to gain from friends with benefits relationships. That one's very funny to me. Because first of all, if only a man is gaining from a friends with benefits relationship, then sis, you're doing it wrong. And I say that because not because you're using a man or anything like that. It's just like, if you got stuff to do and you got stuff going on, but you still want dick, what do you mean you don't stand to gain? Do you want to have to go out and find randos to have sex with? Do you want to have to worry about whether this person has your back if like your car breaks down or something? Like, and if you added benefit, if they like to travel and do stuff, there's a trip, sis. What do you mean only they stand to gain? Only a male stands to gain if you're in a one-sided friends with benefits relationship. That's just the way I feel about it. If both of you guys are having a great time, both of you guys are putting in good energy, being truthful with one another, sharing in resources, and just, I mean, yeah, that's never been my story. It's never, they say never say never, but more than likely, it probably won't be a part of my story. I just don't pick selfish people. So that about sums it up for these myths that people think are true and friends with benefits dynamics that I just feel like are bullshit. That hasn't been my experience. At least all rationale and things considered has not been my experience. Of course, guys, if you have any further questions or you want to know more about my personal experience, feel free to ask. I have no problems with sharing that. But as always, guys, until next time, be free, have fun, be safe, and enjoy.